Portland and across the country. We have extensive coverage of the protests on KOIN.com.
Oregon Governor Kate Brown said yesterday, "We are now entering a new phase in this fight," talking about the historic wildfires, thanks to some recent rainfall. But she and fire officials are cautioning the fires will continue to be a danger until we see consistent rainfall, which likely means sometime in mid-October. The governor is putting together a wildfire economic recovery council led by the state treasurer and labor commissioner. The governor said more than 4,000 people have been approved for a share of $7 million in federal emergency relief money. So far, the state has spent $78 million fighting fires and is likely to tap into its Lloyd's of London wildfire insurance policy if it reaches $100 million.
A rainfall coming down over fire-burned parts of western Oregon is creating new concern for emergency management officials. Cora Harlan is live this morning in Marion County with the information that you need to know. Cora?
Morning, Jenny. Good morning, Emily. Fire officials in the State Department of Transportation workers confirmed yesterday what a lot of us have suspected for quite some time, that being that Highway 22 east of Gates will remain closed indefinitely, in their words, as they assess a considerable amount of damage east of Gates along Highway 22, not only in the form of downed trees and hazard trees that have yet to fall, but also because of rock slide dangers, and in light of the recent rain we've had here in the last couple of days, some more concerns about sliding land potentially up there as well. We talked yesterday with the sheriff here in Marion County, and he suggested that the biggest danger, or one of perhaps the biggest danger going forward, was this possibility of hazard trees falling. The fire that burned through a lot of the areas, including the area around Highway 22, may have charred the bark at the surface of the tree there, and may not have appeared to have been all that serious. But a lot of the fire areas have burned beneath the ground and into some big Douglas fir root systems, and those fires will continue to smolder actually and burn for weeks and weeks after the actual fire has been put out. And that has raised an alert and raised a big concern about falling trees suddenly when we get a little wind here. This storm we had come through here yesterday and early this morning has been sort of a weeding out period here. We find out which trees will remain standing and which ones will fall over as a result of some of that tree root damage there. So this is a process that is going to take many, many weeks to figure out here, and it will cause the indefinite closure of US 22 from Gates east to the Santiam Junction there, as they try and get a handle on these trees, get the dangerous trees out of there, get the hillsides, the rocks, rock-facing cliffs that Highway 22 cuts through, get those stabilized as well, get a lot of the rock fall out of the potential for rock fall out of harm's way and out of the roadway there before they will allow the general public back into areas such as Adana and up through Detroit and further areas further east along Highway 22. But Emily and Jenny, no big headline here. This is something that a lot of people have surmised we're going to take a while to fix, and it will take a while to get it all figured out and get all of those hazard trees out of the road, out of the right-of-way, I should say, of Highway 22 east of Gates.
Yeah, it is a massive undertaking, that cleanup effort there. Thanks, Cor.